Hello and welcome to the second episode of Beartrapt's Ranked Adventure. Today we're going to be looking at a 3v3 match with myself, Mido, and Aaron, who is Snow Fencer. Mido is playing Mordekaiser. I am playing the new champion, Rengar, who I've been very excited for, and Snow Fencer is playing his signature Kennen. Now, we all start boots 3, and we're rushing to try and get that 3-man gank in the bottom. We got a Morg, a Kale, and a Maokai against us. Uh, I started with Rengar's E, which is his Bola Strike, which is his 50% slow. It does a little bit of damage. It's a click slow, not a skill shot. So it's a very strong ability that he has right now. And as you can see, we're just kind of sitting in this bush waiting because we're a little bit worried. We wanted to be in the bottom bush, but we were worried he would toss a sapling in that bottom bush if they didn't see us. We didn't know that Morg and Kale would have just walked into it. So of course we're sitting here and we're waiting for them to try and do something. Uh, we're about to actually give up on the 3-man gank because all we saw was Maokai. But then Maokai decides to try and go up to his lane. He gets hit with everything, including my Bola, my Ignite, and my Exhaust, and he dies. We turn around, put a little bit of pressure on Morg, but Mido's like, oh, we got Fez Blood. That's enough, and we back out. As you can see, Mido is again going top lane. Like I said in the last video, Mido is a very good top laner. So in these 3v3s, in the unlikely event that I'm not playing with Mido, I will probably go to the top lane. But he definitely is great with top lane champs, with solo mid champs. He plays a very good Jax and a very good Darius, as you saw. Um, some quick notes on Rengar. I really enjoy the champion. Right now, he's probably my favorite champion. Um, his passive, as you can see there, is called Unseen Predator. If you are stealthed or in a bush, you jump out at the next target that you try to attack, which is nice because it gives you a nice little circle to let you know the range. And it's a very useful ability for chasing people down. As you can see, Snow Fence and I are just kind of dancing in our lane. And believe it or not, Mido is bullying Morgana right now, which is probably, I think, what he said that usually happens when Mord plays against Morgana. And he of course is a decent Morgana player, Mordekaiser player, so he should be fine up there. Um, Snow Fencer, this is the first ranked game I played with him, and he is a fantastic Kennen. I used to have my doubts about Kennen as a champion, but he definitely assuaged those, made those go away very quickly with his play in this match and the match that followed it. Uh, Here we're just trying to harass. I have my Q and my E, so I have my Bola Strike and my Savagery. Savagery is an amazing ability on Rengar, especially if you can use it at 5 Ferocity. It is a huge burst of damage because the Ferocity empowered abilities when you hit 5 Ferocity are on a separate cooldown from the regular abilities. So you can lead in with your empowered Q, and then when that breaks, you can go to your normal Q or vice versa, and it's a very effective way to burst somebody down. Um, Here you see Mido was roaming a little bit, and Mao was worried. He's that worried about him coming down that he goes up there and tosses a sapling. Right now, Kale is just whipping me in CS and Kennen in CS, which is expected because me and Kennen are kind of fighting for creeps right now. It's not such a big deal on Twisted Tree Line as far as I've seen in ranked because everybody wants gold. Uh, Here was really a blown. We were gonna go on them, and they decided to go on Kennen. So it's just a reverse gank pretty much. I take out Kale with my Ignite. As you can see there, that empowered Savagery is just ridiculous as far as burst is concerned. And I have another empowered ability, but I'm not gonna catch Maokai there. So I just pop my W, which is Battle Roar, which is a 15% heal. And a 15% heal is ridiculous if you're building HP. So usually when I build Rengar, I'll build him with HP in order to offset the not only the damage you're gonna take from jumping in and suiciding like I'd like to do in team fights with him, but it'll also make your heal that much stronger. Also, his empowered W does not need to hit an enemy to give you the heal, so it's still very good. Battle Roar normally does a little bit of magic damage, and it'll give you armor and magic resist if you hit an enemy. And when it's empowered, it does that, but a larger amount of resist and a 15% heal. So usually, I'll go Q E W because I feel like I don't really need Battle Roar that much outside of level 1. But that's just me. It's a preference thing. Sometimes, like if I'm jungling, I'll definitely take W over E. I'll take W over E. I'll level that before I level the E. But Q definitely still gets leveled first for me. If I'm in a top lane where I'm struggling and I can't really CS, I'll level E over W because the W is still going to give you the 15% heal when it's empowered, even at level 1. Here, Maokai jumps onto me, and Kennen just tries to run through them to scare them, but it doesn't really work as well. He stuns Maokai there, which probably saves my life, and I get away from Kale, which is a very lucky escape. And Kale is chasing him up into the other lane, and we warn Mido, who backs off a little bit. I went back there because I was almost dead. I pick up some magic resist, and I pick up a Bonetooth necklace. I wasn't really too concerned about building armor. The magic resist is mostly to make the boots, obviously, and lets Kennen get a little bit of farm. And now all three of them are in top, which is never good. And Mido turns around. I don't know why Kale was there, other than she wanted to take a lot of damage. And she stays because she thinks she can get some farm. Comes up to rendezvous with her team and gets destroyed. Mido just zeroes her very quickly. She's way too low level to be up there with him. Like I said before in the other video, when you die on Twisted Tree Line, if the other team is aggressive, it really, like, you get behind. You need to farm. You need to go into the jungle and try not to get even further behind. Here we're thinking maybe we can siege down the tower, but we really don't have the minions. Kennen gets hit with a binding that doesn't really amount to much. And Mido tells us that we're underleveled and we need to get back to our lanes, and he's right, because even though Kale is 4, Maokai is 6, and Morgana is 6, so up here we're kind of a liability. So we're told to leave. Right now Kale is trying to push and farm, which is what she should be doing because she's so low level. But in doing so, she's kind of overextended. And Kennen and I see that as I'm picking up red buff. And the next thing we need to do is gank her. And I'm at pretty low health here, but you can see my passive, a Q, an E, and I'm at 4 ferocity. Theoretically, I could have turned around and Q'd and then W to get health back, but there's no point in that. We got the kill. I got the kill. I got the stack on the necklace, so I'm headed back. Here you see Mido just bullying Morg. Like she's having a really rough time in this lane because again Mido he's really good in solo lanes, especially top. He loves top even on Summoner's Rift. Here comes Kennen, and that's another kill for our team. So that's 0-5. I'm headed back to lane. I want to farm a little bit. This Maokai tries to get cheeky. He doesn't really accomplish much. They don't really want to go in on him because they're so close to the turret, but they make that decision a little too late, and because of it we lose Mido, our first death of the game, which is a little sad, but it happens. He was furious. He didn't want to be the first death, which I understand. So I got the necklace. I have 2 health pots. I have a sight ward, which is very important. As I always say, as you see, Mido has a ward too. Wards are so important on this map because there's one huge objective, and it's a short map, small, easy to move between lanes and gank. You really gotta have vision. I just warded the objective, which is Dragon. A quick note on the Bonetooth necklace. It's only 800 gold. you start off with 10 attack damage on its base, and you get 2 attack damage per level, which is just an amazing item, very cost effective. At level 18, it's 1 more attack damage and a BF sword, and then if you can manage to get 2 kills and an assist, 2 assists and a kill, you're getting 10 armor penetration, 5% cooldown reduction. You can get 3 assists, 3 kills, or any combination of assists and kills that add up to 6, you get 25% movement speed. Again, amazing. And that's that on one item for 800 gold. It is so cost effective that usually I want to pick it up on my first back or my second back. Uh, Hopefully after you get some boots. And if you're doing really well, you should pick this up immediately. Um, at 9 trophies, your leap gains 150 bonus range, which makes you even more dangerous because you can gank from further out. Here you see they're trying to gank Mido, and he dies. And right now he's really upset about his play, but and I do something stupid. I didn't even notice the Maokai ult, and I just get destroyed. And Kennen tries to run. Sometimes you make bad plays. That was a really bad play on my part because Mido was upset, but he's also shouting at me not to go in there. He told me more than once not to go in there, and I ran in. Let's look at what everybody's building while Kennen defends his turret. All Kale has are Berserker Greaves, which is surprising because she has 2 kills, but she also has 3 deaths. She still has pretty high farm compared to myself and Kennen. Morgana is getting shut down so hard that she has 3 Doran's rings, level 1 boots. Yeah, and then Maokai has an ability tome. He has boots, but not anything else. I mean, compared to our team, who are already starting to build items, I already have the necklace, which again is just amazing, cost effective, and useful. I have my boots. Kennen has his level 2 boots. Mordekaiser has his level 2 boots, and it's really looking bad for them as far as build is concerned. Kennen also has his revolver. Now, remember what I said about warding? This is why you want to ward, because now we know they're doing dragon. We're up again. They should have probably tried this a little sooner. And Ward goes in there, initiates the fight. I walk in, I put in an exhaust, but then there goes the Kale ult on Morg to keep her alive, but it doesn't really do Kale any good, because not only do we pick up Dragon there, but I just destroy Kale because she put her ult on the wrong target. But it is what it is there. I'm not going to complain because we definitely turned that into a very positive exchange. Here we are. Myself, Mido, and Kennen are... Well, they're kind of low. I'm pretty high on health, but that's because I have this amazing sustain with W. At this point, I don't even really know why I'm building potions because... I guess for the ignites, but even then... we're trying to siege down this turret. I Q it. A W to get some more ferocity because it hits the minions. We pick up Kale. Now I want you to watch carefully. Watch. I go Q, Q, and that tower disappears. Your Q works against towers, and it is amazingly effective. And Maokai jumps on me there, and he ults, which is what makes me back off of him. And we see Kale coming up. And we just say that's even with the ghost, let's not exchange that with such low health. And then we just get out of there because it's not smart to engage them with that low health and low mana, and I just burnt all my ferocity, so it's not a good idea. And of course, they go looking for Mordekaiser, and we wanted to help him, but he told me not to help him, and he dies there. I mean, Mido thinks he's having a bad game, but he's really not because of how hard he's shutting down Morgana. She's 0-2-1, and she's only level 8 to his level 10, so... yeah, she's going to get some farm here, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm level 8. I'm the lowest level on our team, and I need to get some farm, so, I'm in the jungle, like the Predator, and I'm killing some minions, while Kennen just makes sure it stays clean up here. Again, you see the passive. I mean, I love the passive. I love the passive on him. On other ward that red, we know where they are, so... we're able to play accordingly. We're just trying to bait them into a fight at red here because we have it warded, so we'll know if they come up. And then they ward it, so now they know where we are. And we figured they warded it, so we would just keep walking and baiting them into red. And Kennen, Aaron's a little crazy. Aaron is, no offense, he's a little crazy. He'll do whatever. Um, so we kind of just give up on that and say we're gonna go back to our lane because it doesn't happen. And then we see they're trying to take our tower. Uh, and we're all down there. So come down. I'm sitting. You see me sitting at 4 ferocity. Ferocity doesn't decay. So if you have ferocity, you don't necessarily have to spend it if you feel a team fight is coming. Of course, it's always good to keep your health up with your W and stuff like that. But you really want to just be mindful of your ferocity and where it's stacked and how much you have, because a low ferocity Rengar does very little damage, and well, not very little damage, but you don't do the damage that you need to do. And the lane could be cleared a lot quicker if I was using abilities, but I'm really just trying to keep it because I feel like we're gonna need it. And you see Kale trying to go for red. And our ward is expired, but we don't see Kale, and that's the only way she could have went. And she doesn't stop when we come up. And I decide to waste the ferocity because I'm not gonna catch Kale to get red. And then I know they're waiting for me in the bush, and I see the fight break out. So I pop my ult, and I just go on to Kale, destroy her relatively easily. She ults, but she has ignite, and then the bola strike is what actually kills her. Your bola strike does a decent amount of damage. So Mora comes to me. She's immune to the bola, but then I leap onto her with the passive. To another attack and a quick savagery, and a cannon star takes care of her. So right now we're running away with this game. We're 4K gold up, 10-4 in kills. We have a tower. We're about to siege down this one too. Again, you're gonna see it again. Q, chunk the tower, and then I have all the attack speed, so I'm still hitting it very quickly. Um, right now we're all building relatively what we need to. Kale has a Ginsu's Rage Blade. I don't know a lot about Kale, so I really wouldn't know if that's the right move for her. Um, we're going back so we can continue to build items. Uh, Again, on Rengar, you really want to build tanky, so I pick up a Phage, pick up another Ward. I think I'm still sitting on those 2 health potions. I really haven't used them. Like I said, at a certain point, like when you get to the point where you're winning, you don't really need to buy potions. They're just for the ignites. I also pick up a Giant's Belt because my plan was to build a Warmogs, because I really like a Warmogs on Rengar, because I feel like having all that health makes your I have to be in melee thing a little bit easier. We get the inkling that they're doing Dragon. We're a little bit worried about it. I'm just building Ferocity stacks right now. I do have my ult, which will build Ferocity for you a little bit. Mido, just on his hunch, realizes they're getting Dragon. They pick up Dragon. Mido initiates. I pop my ult, jump right onto Kale, and just destroy her. Then Moore goes down, and Maokai, who has the buffs, is just like, I'm out of here. He doesn't want any part of this, especially not with that Kale Ghost, which is that AD carry and all that other stuff. He's out of here. And you're gonna see right here that they're gonna surrender. This is a lost game for them. This 3-0 surrender. We really wanted to catch him, we couldn't. And it was a really good game. It was a game that I enjoyed playing because I really feel Rengar has some potential in this map. I think he has potential as a champion in general. I enjoy playing him. My friends enjoy me playing him because I don't suck as him. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I definitely have a ranked 5v5 jungle Rengar video coming out. And I definitely have a normal jungle Rengar video that went really well. Either way, have a good rest of the day. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, whatever the YouTube people are supposed to say. And I'll catch you on the next episode.